Back in America, my life was interesting. It was a series of ups and downs. Again, I'm the youngest of three brothers, so I was very influenced by my older brothers. You know, wanting to be cool and fit in, you end up getting in trouble, getting your knocks, as we say. Loving parents, praying parents, you know, got me through that. You know, I was doing photography, but not the art photography that I wanted to do when I went to art school and graduated. Started doing weddings and corporate events and news coverage kind of photography. It wasn't really what I wanted to do, and I felt that I can have more impact in the world, and this is not it for me. That's a powerful thing when you can know there's more to life, and I really felt that, and I knew that it wasn't going to be in America where I found that, and that's what brought me to have a global mindset. And I already had a passport anyway, so I just said, okay, well, let's explore the world. Greetings, family. This is Marlin, aka the Dandy African, originally from Jamaica, grew up in the States, spent quite a bit of time in the Middle East, and now here we are back home in Kigali, Rwanda. Hey, what's up, family? This is Marlin, aka the Dandy African, and I've relocated from Jamaica, then the US, then Dubai, and now we're here back home in Africa in beautiful Rwanda, land of 1,000 hills. Want to show you guys around my space? Welcome, come on. So this is the sitting area, and the theme in here is live-in art gallery, showroom, creative space, and everything's for sale because we want to share with everyone else. We represent various artists. As you see the artwork around here, I'm a creative myself, and just really wanted to pay it forward and give back to our artists here to showcase their work to not only my friends but also colleagues, associates to come by the studio, etc. So this is the sitting area. These chairs we reupholstered ourselves. Yeah, everything you see here. All of these shoes were made right here in Rwanda. I designed them, and very skilled craftsmen, Rwandan craftsmen, helped me to bring them to life. So it's been a wonderful journey just collaborating with our brothers and sisters here. I thought it looks a lot like Jamaica. Jamaica has a lot of rolling hills. Rwanda is the land of 1,000 hills. Black people everywhere. So, you know, you have a feeling of belonging, you know. People look like me. You know, you saw some dirt roads, some country roads, especially when you get out of Kigali into the provinces. The greenery, how green it is, the smiles on people's faces, the warmth of like how people would greet you. Even though I moved from Jamaica when I was 4 to the States, we would go back every summer because our parents wanted us to socialize ourselves around where we're from and to understand Jamaica more and to have you know, your story didn't start here you are in America. There was more before that. And as a storyteller now, I wanted to see more what even happened before that. So really, that's what brought me back home, I say, to the continent. Because even though I haven't lived here before in this life, or physically, let's say, I felt like I've been here before. When I see certain people, I feel like that's my uncle, that's my cousin, that's my grandmother, that's my auntie. You know, that similarity I can feel here, not just in Rwanda, as I was in Kenya, as I was in Tanzania, now I've been to South Africa. And I just see that on certain people's faces that I know this person, I've been in this situation before, I've even been in this place before. Call it deja vu or just the ancestors saying, welcome home, son. Rwanda, very special country. If you get a chance to read this book, I do implore you to do so. Great book, and like it says, a remarkable turnaround of a nation. All right, in here we have what we call the war room, and we have to understand that we're always at war. Yeah, what I feel that many other nations understand that very well, but Africa, for obvious reasons, really thinks that we have so many friends, but really we're at war all the time. This is here where we plan, this is where we strategize, and how we use our talent of storytelling for our collective redemption. Because it takes all of us, it takes a village, and we have to work together to get back to where we were. We have two brands we're very proud of that are starting to grow, not just in Rwanda, but throughout Africa. This one's called Rwanda Community. It's Rwanda's largest professionally managed WhatsApp community. And we have over 22 different groups in that community for just about every sector. So we really want to focus on private sector and amplify what's happening within private sector. And that has to do with everything from events to healthcare to education, vehicles, property, all of these things. Just really creating a transparent space for people to connect, do business, and grow together. Then we have Kigali Foodies. As we know, the one unifying thing in the world is food. Everybody eats, everyone has to. So we really want to amplify that. Different kinds of food. We know in Africa, we love our food from West Africa to East Africa to Southern to Northern. We all have different styles, but it's all amazing. So we want to amplify that through this platform. And as we move throughout the continent, these names are going to be adapted to work with wherever that country is that we're representing. Coming to Africa, I was hoping to find myself. What I've found so far, as I've been in Rwanda 5 years now, I found peace of mind. And peace of mind is a consistent thing that one has to work on. However, one thing I don't have to deal with here in Africa, who I am on the outside, and that's a black African man. In America, every day, before you do anything or before you can tell anyone your credentials, you're a black man that's under threat. Literal life endangering threat every day. So that's what I meant about the accumulation of things that brought me outside of that. Do I want to live this way, even if you can make better money or what have you that America says? Which, by the way, isn't necessarily true. It all depends on how you look at life and what your trajectory is going to be. Because we don't have to have a ceiling to our potential. Our potential is boundless and endless. So discovering that I can do anything with just how I think about things. We just have to put it now, first off, write it down, have a plan, convince yourself before you convince anyone else that you can do this and how you're going to do it, and then go out there and get it. So fashion is something that's been my passion for a long time. Some more artworks in here, some other artists that we represent. And in here, when I was in Dubai, I was designing quite a few things. So I designed these here. Okay, you'll see my logo throughout. So quite proud of these pieces. I actually won Best Dressed Man in Dubai twice in a row. And that was actually the first time that a African descendant person has won that title. And then soon after that, a Sudanese brother, he told me I inspired him, and then he started to win the title as well. And I believe he's won 3 times in a row. So good looking, brother. Lots of cool stuff here, but this is one of my favorites because someone once told me that, you can't make Kitinge or Kente cloth into high fashion. And I said, watch me. So we had to show them that, our cloth is regal. Our cloth is royal. It's not just to wear to the shop or whatever. Yeah, and as we see, our royalty still wears this kind of cloth at a high level. So, we can mix African styles, Western styles, etc., and really make a statement. All right, and you guys get a closer look at that just now. A lot of shirts as well. I even made a dress one time. So my date and I were going somewhere, so I created this outfit for her. Again, this is with no training, but I watched a lot of old movies, and for me, when I found this fabric, it spoke to me. It said, this is my aunt, this is my mother, this is my grandmother, this is my sister. And as you see, the women throughout this, they're women from the Caribbean, they're women from Africa. These are African women. Yeah, so we all know someone like this. And then I was wearing this one, waistcoat, etc. So they go together. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys as well. Creative outlet is very important to me, to be able to share what we have inside, because there's so much that we can share with each other, especially as African men, of just the confidence to express yourself in a big way, and that's what I do through my clothing line. My life now is full of impact, and I think I want to preface this answer with a quote. Martin Luther King said, "The most pressing question of humanity is what are we doing in service of others?" And I feel that that is the point of life, to serve. And I would say for the first half of my life, let's say, majority has been looking after myself. You know, I didn't really understand the bigger picture before, or this Ubuntu way of being. And so that's the biggest difference now. I understand that life's about impact and serving others and collaborations and what legacy we're going to leave behind. And it has to be a legacy of service, a legacy of collaboration, a legacy of growth and sharing. So yeah, the biggest differences has been living for myself versus living for the bigger picture. All right, right this way we have the kitchen. Everyone knows Jamaican men, we gets down in the kitchen, so I know a thing or two around the kitchen. So this is where I cook up some healthy meals. And I wanted to show you guys something very special to me as well. This beverage here, Amarula, some of you have heard of it. This one is from Zimbabwe, Southern Africa, and from the Amarula tree and Amarula nut. So this is all natural and tastes amazing. This one, you guys might not know as much about. This is from Haiti. It's called Barbancourt. This is the national drink of Haiti. And as you see here, 1804 to 2024. So this is a very special bottle, limited edition. Nobody has this, all right? So this is a little secret I'm sharing between me and you guys, all right? And if you know anything about 1804, this is when Haiti took their independence. They didn't gain it, they took their independence. That's the first Black African nation, free and independent in the world, and the first ever successful slave rebellion. Barbancourt is the spirit of 1804, spirit of Haiti. We have some more art this way, if you'd like to see, where the magic happens. Big fan of Rwanda, as you can tell. This is a special country, as I mentioned. Gotta have the mosquito net. You never know. We want to stay healthy for as long as possible out here. Yeah, thanks for coming with us on the house tour. And again, you'll see some more close-up shots just now. So, cost of living in Rwanda is less than in the U.S. There's many states in the U.S. and cities that have various price averages, but I would say the overall average of cost of living in Rwanda is going to be less. Is it the cheapest place in Africa? No, but day to day, my rent is about, and everything included, about $400. That's including water and electricity. My food here, there's not many fast food places. To be honest, there's only one global fast food chain that's here. And I'm so happy for that because the people are a lot healthier. As I said, land of 1,000 hills, so most people walk. So people are very fit here as well. And I've become more fit from just being here and walking uphill and downhill everywhere. So the way that I eat is different in Rwanda than how it was in the States. It's not so easy to just go to drive-through to a fast food place and get a very unhealthy, I don't even know if it's real meat or real potatoes or whatever they're trying to give you. Because those societies in America are just about finance, right? How do you make something for the cheapest price and sell it for the most amount of money? So here in Rwanda, I've noticed it's more so about back to nature. Right, every day I get fresh vegetables and fruits. You know, we have a vegetable lady just outside our compound, and it's very affordable. Even, for example, an avocado in America today might cost you $2. An avocado here is like 20 cents, and they're much bigger as well. You know, so that's just a case in point. So yeah, cost of living here is a lot cheaper, as I mentioned about the rent. Monthly living expenses all in between $600 to $700. Food is going to be less expensive because it's direct from the farmer. Sure, we have stores and these kinds of things as well here in Rwanda, and you can splash out a lot of money if you want to. But I really enjoy cooking. I enjoy being able to make things for myself. Even I have an herb garden that I grow mint and thyme and rosemary and tomatoes and various things. The soil here is very rich, so it's very arable, the land, and you're able to grow your own food. I didn't really think about doing that in the States, even though my mom loves gardening, but not necessarily as like, this is our only means of food. We still went to the supermarket every week, etc. But here, literally, agriculture is, I would say, at least 85% of people are directly involved in agriculture or indirectly involved in agriculture. So everyone knows something about farming, which is a very good trait to have. So I love that I've been able to learn what I didn't know in terms of that, and how to grow my own food, and what a healthy meal truly is.
Hey Web Nation family, for years we've been sharing stories of diasporans who have relocated from the diaspora and currently living here on the continent of Africa. You guys have been enjoying the episode, saying in the comment section that you want this to be you one day. Why don't we just bring that time to now? We are inviting you to come on a trip with us to South Africa in November 2026. This is going to be an 11-day experience of we visiting cities like Cape Town, Johannesburg. We having experiences like going to the wine lands and actually experiencing South Africa, the people, the food. This is not just a vacation. This is a very well detailed experience that gives you the proper insight on people interested in relocating. The beautiful part about this is we've made it easy for you to come on this trip with us. By you just making the deposit, you get to pay the rest in installment and get yourself on a trip with us to South Africa. Scan the QR code, secure a spot, and see you in South Africa. Now guys, let's get back into the video.
Oh boy, my daily routine can vary greatly, to be honest. I'm self-employed. I've created a marketing brand called Rwanda for Rwanda Community. It's a WhatsApp brand. So we have 5 communities and 22 different groups. It's the largest professionally managed digital platform in Rwanda for marketing. So because it covers so many different sectors, I'm always talking to different kinds of people, from events people to educators, healthcare professionals, sportsmen and women, government, politicians, you name it. So that within and of itself gives me a unique perspective daily on how to approach each day. Each day is an opportunity to win, right? It's the first day of what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And because of my experience in recreating myself, I've been prepared for this. So I don't really see it as a routine, because even though some days rhyme, they're not the exact same, right? Because we're posting in groups every day. We're having conversations as storytellers on our platform, and meeting new people, and adapting to various situations. But it's always something different, something new, something fresh. And to be honest, you have to make it that. Yeah, so if I'm not involved in that intentional creation of my reality, then it would just be flat. So I have to make it interesting and unique and special each and every day, and that's what I strive to do. Yeah, creating a new life in a new place. This is not my first rodeo, not my first go around at that. I had to do that in Dubai and create a new life in that way as well. Towards the end of my journey in Dubai, actually, I was, most of my friend groups were from the continent, from Ugandans to Kenyans, South Africans, Nigerians, a few folks from Ghana, etc. So I already knew how to engage with and interact with my African people. And actually, I was usually the one in the middle of the friend groups, bringing everyone together. I didn't even understand at the time there's differences between East Africa and West Africa, Southern Africa, North Africa, and how people feel about each other, themselves, their colonizers, right? Francophone, Anglophone, Sousaphone, right? Depending on what language you speak in terms of colonial language, it really does have an impact on people. So I wanted to bridge the gap between all these things, and I was able to do that. And so coming to Rwanda, it wasn't difficult for me to make friends because I'm used to that situation. And because I was very intentional on what I want to do here, those friends were useful and utilitarian in achieving my goals, right? I was always taught to surround yourself with winners, surround yourself with people going places, have a clear direction in terms of if you meet people that are doing the thing that you want to do, learn from them, right? Don't just assume you know everything. So this eternal inquisitiveness and empathy and Pan-Africanism has really opened me up to be able to invite others in. And even, I believe strongly in the moniker or the saying, your vibe attracts your tribe. So speaking things into being, manifesting, has brought the right people into my direction. And we give thanks to Mama Africa and the ancestors for helping to make that happen and welcome me home. So I visited other African countries, it wasn't permanent. And I knew that in my mind, so I didn't really have to adapt so much. But in Rwanda, I had to give it the good try, but I noticed, wow, language is gonna be difficult, right? So I'm gonna have to smile and nod, hand signals, and really try to quickly get down the basic pleasantries, you know, the good morning, hello, how are you doing, my name is, where's the bathroom, you know, the important stuff. And that continues to be a challenge because, to be honest, Kinyarwandan is a hard language, and anyone tells you that it's not, they're blowing smoke up you know what I mean? So that was the hardest challenge, language, and like I said, it continues to be, but because I want to be here and I want to make this work, we'll overcome that, and we have been overcoming that in the 5 years that I've been here. Although language continues to be difficult, it's important for me to overcome that and to work with the people and thrive. So that's what we're here to do. But I have found that life in Rwanda is more affordable than it was in the States in terms of cost of living. Sure, you can splash out if you want to here. There's some high life kind of things to do here and nice hotels and restaurants and what have you. But you can also live very humbly and still enjoy your food and your accommodation and your lifestyle. You know, there's a lot of just nature related things to do here, going on hikes. I never really went on hikes in America, to be honest, but you know, here in Africa, I find myself going on hikes on the weekends and discovering new places around. You know, there's adventure around every corner, I feel like, in Rwanda. Places that maybe you didn't know, maybe because you don't speak the language, or it's just not on the popular tourism maps, off the beaten path, as we say. And you get to see these things because you're involved with the people and going on nature hikes and learning the history of the place and why things are how they are. In terms of the cost of accommodation, for example, all in with my apartment and utilities, it's about $500. In America, the same situation would probably be closer to $1,000. Food here, you know, one can eat for $10 a day and have, you know, be good. That's not depriving yourself of anything. You know, you can have good food all day for just $10. You know, in America, the equivalent would probably be closer to $50. So yeah, the cost of living here is much more affordable. And again, it is what you make of it. you can treat yourself sometimes and go a bit higher than that $10 a day, kind of range. And also you can just live humbly and with the people and just see what they eat and then try something new. Hey, what's that? Can I try that? How do you make that? So I've even learned new dishes, from being around Rwandans and seeing how they eat and the kind of thing they drink as well. For example, there's something here called Rwagwa, which is banana beer, and it's like fermented bananas, and it's strong and sweet. So yeah, just embracing everything, embracing the opportunity and the lifestyle and the people and the land. Yeah, so what I do now is we do storytelling. So for lack of a better word, marketing. What I noticed very quickly from moving to Rwanda is that it's not necessarily that loud, outgoing place that I'm used to. And that's with Jamaica, with America. You have to speak up. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. And here in Rwanda, people are a bit more reserved, a bit more quiet, and that can be to a fault because there's so much promise and potential that people can achieve here if they know how to speak about themselves and what they do. So that's what storytelling helps to do, to show people that we can craft our own narrative, tell stories from our own points of view, and others are interested in our stories. Africa is the youngest continent in the world with the youngest people, and the world wants to know about Africa these days. But who is eloquent enough to tell Africa stories amongst Africans? So that's what I want to be able to assist with, learn more myself, these genuine African stories, because they're everywhere. Everyone has a story and it's worth sharing. What you find with so many stories out there already, when we think about Hollywood or Bollywood, etc., so many stories have been told already, and character types, etc. But with African stories, African spirituality, African mythology, there's so much more to be discovered because for so long it's been hidden. When we think about African spirituality, certain things have been demonized and relegated to the shadows, right? Because they didn't fit in the colonial perception of what religion or belief and mythology should be. But as one looks more into that, you see that the stories that Africa has is so diverse and so rich. And so these are the stories I want to tell and bring about and share and create impact by using those stories to be our collective redemption. So financial freedom is a big construct. Humanity in general wants more. Always. More, more, more. What do you get the person that has everything? More. So there is no financial freedom, and there never will be. Especially when you have ambition, you're always going to want more and to climb higher and higher and higher. That's a bit of a curse as well in terms of when is success truly successful? So it's a little bit difficult for me to put that into words about financial freedom. I find freedom in the ability to do what I want when I want. To me, that's what financial freedom means. And everything is not for me. I've had to learn that as well. So what I want doesn't necessarily mean that, I'm going to fly to this place right now or do that right now. Timing has a lot to do with everything. And what impact do I have to make when I get to that place? I don't go on holidays. I don't take vacations. I travel to make impact. I go places to develop relationships and work on bonds. That to me is financial freedom, the ability to be able to do that and make impact. Just like any developing country, opportunity abounds. Anything that's not here is an opportunity. It's not a reason to complain or say, I wish this, or where I'm from, we do things like this. It's an opportunity to work with the people that are here and say, how can we make this happen? So I found that there is a plethora of things to do, things to create, things to innovate on, and work in collaboration with the local people that are already here, because they know better than us about how things work and maybe why that thing is not here or that service is not here up until now. And then you can realize, is this a truly viable and sustainable source of income and impact, or should I focus on other things? Man, the culture in Rwanda is so rich. Prior to colonization, Rwanda was a kingdom for 500 years. So Rwanda, as a kingdom, has always been called that. So they have their traditional dance, of course, the language, certain sayings, mores and faux pas, traditional costume and outfits that mean different things for celebration, for mourning, for rituals, their interdependence on livestock, for example, cattle, or working off the land. So yes, very interesting culturally how, coming from a place that feels like, in America, culture's invented, almost like you're creating these things around a story that you want to invent to make people feel American. What is America? Is it apple pie? Is it picnics? Is it hamburgers? Is it hot dogs? Is it jazz music? What is America? As I'm coming here to Rwanda, you see very clearly what is Rwanda. It's not a mystery. It's they put culture in everything they do. From the local art form, it's called imigongo, to the dances and the outfits and the facial expressions. Everything is intertwined on a daily basis, so you never lose sight of that culture at any point. And from the youngest of the young to the oldest of the old, everyone's involved in that spreading and sharing of the culture. There's boundless potential, and there's an energy here of, yes, this can be done. Leadership plays an important role in that, right? The leadership here is very visionary. It's benevolent. The leadership wants the best for the country and for the people moving forward. And you see this being put in place on a daily basis. There's various community-related activities that happen here all the time that bring people together. From collective work days called Umuganda, which happens the last Saturday of every month. We also have car-free days where everyone exercises together, so a large group exercise day, and stays healthy. And doing these things together, you just start to care about each other more and more. Differences seem less and less. And because of the issues that happened here a little bit over 30 years ago, tribalism has been outlawed. Everyone's Rwandan. No one's a this or a that. Everyone's Rwandan. And I think these things are a great lesson in forgiveness, a lesson in tolerance, a lesson in moving forward together. We will not let the country fail because of the difficulties that we've been through. It's another quote I love. Never let a hard time humble us. Nipsey Hussle. Never let a hard time humble us. So there's still that attitude of, yes, we can. And I really appreciate that, of what that's been able to teach me on my journey. Something I've discovered about money, savings and value since being here in Rwanda is that this is a developing country. Spending power isn't that great. I think the GDP per capita is around a little over $1,000 per annum. When in America, we're talking, $35,000 to $40,000 per annum. So that's a very huge difference. So with that knowledge, one has to be careful about their budgeting and their prioritization of what's important in life. Living in a developing country and wanting to grow with that country, because it's not like we're here to struggle either. We're here to make impact and live life abundantly within within the means of what one can afford. So yeah, it's a careful balance of how you're going to do that on a daily basis. Particularly being an Afropreneur, if I don't do it, no one's going to do it. So I have to create these ambitious plans for myself and goals and work towards them and achieve them, and work exponentially harder, smarter than I would say, in the States, whereas you have a job that you go to daily and someone else pays you and you have this false sense of security. Here, as a Afropreneur, you create your own security, and you have to consistently work at this every day to mitigate losses and make clients happy and continue to make impact. Yeah, for sure. Living in Rwanda has changed me emotionally, mentally, physically, not so much spiritually, but I'll approach the rest. So emotionally, you realize that your problems aren't that big. You know, this country went through such a traumatic experience, less than a lifetime ago. And to see how the people just get on with it. Every day they just get on with it. Sure, there are those quiet times that people must have. I'm sure that theirs alone, that they cry and remember and memorialize. Actually, in Rwanda, that's another beautiful thing. It's never meant to be forgotten, the genocide against the Tutsi. There are memorials and special days and activities on a regular basis that is there for people to deal with what's happened and move forward together. So yes, it's changed me in that way to understand what forgiveness means, what tolerance means, what loss means, and how to move forward despite all odds. I think Rwanda has a very important lesson to teach the world in that aspect, because I don't think anywhere else in the world has done what Rwanda has done and continues to pull himself out and build himself up. Physically, yes, of course, there's 1,000 hills here. There's more than 1,000 actually. So you're always walking uphill or downhill somewhere. So you're going to be fit for sure. There's no way to just like be not fit here. You know, you have to walk around. Then mentally, you know, just the reality that I live in Africa. My mentality is different because I'm not fighting to be me every day. I'm not fighting to be a black man every day. Everyone here is black. So I'm just another person here to make impact. And then when it comes to spirituality, we continue to grow and to figure things out. African spirituality is very interesting to me and something I want to explore more. And I have conversations with people that know more than I do in this area on a regular basis as I can. Just do it. If you want to come back home to Africa, number one, know that Africa is your home. Your family misses you. We want to catch up and we want to see you. You can start by visiting, right? You can start by visiting and opening up your mind to the fact that Africa is not so far away. It's not so obscure or wild or dangerous or unforgiving, let's say. Africa's you. You are Africa. It's always been in you. So it's just physically now transporting yourself to where you're from. So just come. Just come. Don't overthink it or have too many things in your mind about what you heard or who said this or who said that or I heard that. Just come with an open mind, an open heart, and a warm spirit and a smile. And you'll discover you are home. Bring more money. Bring more money. Our Western dollars and pounds and euros go a long way in Africa. They go a very short way in the West. But if you bring $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 here to Africa, you can buy land, you can build a project, whether it be ecotourism, any kind of business, etc. So my message to my previous self would be plan a bit better and bring more money. Okay, in the next 5 years, we'll be well into 2030. I see myself moving with the continent, being one of those tastemakers, one of those change makers within the continent, someone of impact, someone of influence, someone of bravery, willing to take the arrows for others, someone building a legacy and delivering on that. The journey of life when I was younger is what I was born into and what I felt I had to do. My journey now as an adult and in Africa is very rewarding because I realize that this is something now that I've chose to experience. And through that choosing, I'm proud of the achievements that I'm making every day and who I'm able to inspire and bring along for the ride. Because this is a journey, as you rightly say, and this journey is not supposed to be smooth sailing. It's about relying on each other. Because as the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I believe it's about going far. Many of us have tried the fast way, and it doesn't bear fruit. So if we go together, we'll have a whole crop of fruit, a bounty of it, abundance to share with not just ourselves today, but generational wealth for tomorrow and tomorrow's tomorrow. My final message would be, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Get out there, experience life. Africa has so much to offer. Just come. Do your research, of course, but come. You have to start experiencing life. We see now on a daily basis that what we thought was peace and safety is not. Who we thought was intelligent and had our best interests at heart don't. So you can't rely on anyone but yourself and your own experience. So start experiencing life. Don't just sit back and be a bystander. There's no innocence anymore in being a bystander. There's only ignorance and lost opportunity. Your opportunity, your birthright is here in Africa. Come home.